Welcome to Taxonomy Online Mathematics. I am your teacher, Gakpo Fred. Today we are continuing with the solving of the OBJs from Osuprisec. We are on episode 2. We have a question to simplify, and this is under set. So we are to simplify this. Even though this is irrational, we take them as our normal terms, so we multiply the term outside with the term in the bracket. So right away, the root 2 multiplied root 6. So since we are multiplying the term inside the root, that is the rational sign, we multiply this by this. So that is going to be root 2 times root 6 if I want to write it in an expanded form. But in actual sense, the two numbers are multiplying itself under the root. Then we have plus this as a root is multiplying this as a root. Since there is no coefficient here, we take it as 1 anyway. It's multiplying the 2. So I still maintain 2 root 2 times what? Root 2. Earlier on I said that the two numbers can be under the root. I just want to write it in expanded form. Then our minus 2 root 3 will follow. Alright, so here we combine them as I said earlier on. So this becomes root 12 plus 2 root 4, as in 2 times 2, minus 2 root 3. Alright, so we know that root 4 is a perfect square. But this is not a perfect square. But we can rewrite this as a simplified form. We look at the number. Do we have any perfect square in 12 as a factors? And I think the factors could be 4 and 3, which 4 is also a perfect square. So I can rewrite this as the square root of 4 times 3 plus 2, which is in this form, times the root of 4, which also give you what? 2. Then minus 2 root of 3. Alright, so here I said earlier on that this is a perfect square. The two are multiplying. You can see here, they were multiplying separately, but we say we can multiply them as one. So since they are also multiplied under the root, we can still separate them. That will give us root 4 times root 3 plus 4, 2 root 3. Where this we know is also a perfect square of what? 2. So I'll write this as 2 root 3 plus 4 minus 2 root what? 3. Alright, and that's said when the roots are similar or like root 2 root 2, root 3 root 3, we can combine them together, either operated them by addition or subtraction. So this is going to be 2 root 3 minus 2 root 3 plus what? 4. And obviously 2 minus 2 will go, root 3 minus root 3 will go. So our final answer will just be what? 4. So if you are to solve this, the final answer you will get will be what? 4. And that will be those who will be able to pick the possible answer as A. By this time we'll have gotten the actual answer. Alright, the second question is also a question on set. If root 75 plus root 27 plus k root 3 is equal to 0, we have to find the value of what? K. The value of k. So this is also said. We always have to find out under the irrational root, there will always be a prime number and a perfect square. So we try to find out that prime number and a perfect square. But right away, with this k root 3 simply means that this will also have a prime number of 3. So a prime number of 3, dividing this to give us another perfect square, which means 3 dividing 75. What will we get? I think that will be 25. So the 25 will be our perfect square. 3 dividing 27 will give us 9. And 9 is also a perfect square. So we rewrite this as root 25 times 3, root 9 times 3 plus k root 3 equals to 0. So right away we expand this to be root 25, root 3, root 9, root 3, k root 3 equals to 0. Or we know that this, our 25 is 5, so 5 root 3, 3 root 3, k root 3 equals to 0. So what do we have here? We have the roots to be the same. All the roots are the same. So what do? We compute this. Since we can add this to this is a variable. So we compute the first two. This is going to be 5 plus 3 all to the root of what? 3. So this is a like term. So we add the coefficient. So we have plus k root of 3 equals to 0. So now we are looking for the k. Since there's equal sign here, it means when I maintain the k here and send these values there, it could become k root 3 equals to, this is 8. So it becomes minus 8 root of 4, 3. We're having equal sign. So it means that what is on the left should be equal to what? The right. So for me to get 0 here, the only value that the k will be, because this is equal sign, so the left must be equal to the right. So if I were to have the 8 root k root 3 plus a certain value of k root 3, as you get 0, and that will be minus 8, because 8 minus 8 will have given me what? 0. So I'll maintain this, send the other one to the right hand side to see if I can get the value. So this is root 3 root 3. So if I want to divide through by root 3, I'll be having k equals to minus what? 8. That is k divided by root 3. This also divided by root 3. The root 3 will cancel. Then we'll be having what? Minus 8 as our answer for k, or the value of k. So all that we are doing basically under set is that when the value is given to you as irrational, you always trying to find out if you can get a perfect square. That means two numbers that when you multiply itself to give you a value. We know we have them from 4, 9, 16, 25 in that order. So you look out for those perfect square and a prime number. That prime number is the irrational number we have. Root 3 is irrational, but the perfect square becomes rational. So we are looking for a rational number times what? Irrational number. So this will be the value you will get as the value for k.